things we didn't know reveal the mystery of love, unspoken as we touch. We rise and we descend together till the end. Love like we will never love again. There's so little time to spend, so many things to say. Don't let it slip away, it's real. Just let me feel how I feel. Your heart is mine to steal. There's magic in the night if we do it right. Love like we will never love again. There's so little time to spend, so many things to say. Don't let it slip away, it's real. Just let me feel how I feel. Your heart is mine to steal. There's magic in the night if we do it right. Things that we say after dark, when everything is quiet and time just seems to slow. Things we didn't know reveal the mystery of love, unspoken as we touch. We rise and we descend together till the end. Together till the end. Together till the end. Together till the end.
Digging a hole in the side of the road and the sun in the back has been pitching. I got blood on my hands, blisters on my heels, but the gun on my back won't listen. Here all day on the side of the road, filling holes that I've been digging. I got time on my hands, sweating tears on heat, but
Throw in reaches Carlton Cole, and what a goal! A real beauty from Carlton Cole that has West Ham on the brink of a Wembley final.
Well, if any goal deserves to get a team to Wembley, that is surely it. What a beauty. But anything you needed to know about Birmingham's first half performance is encapsulated there. Their failure to deal with a simple throw in field. Two players after you, Claude. Carl Cole did not need a second invitation. But what a finish that is. Absolutely glorious. He's been in the mood from the first minute. Just caps it off. Those are testing moments for West Ham.
Larson's corner. Zigic in there. And what a strike from Lee Bowyer! The former West Ham player rocks his old team and gives Birmingham genuine hope again.
Well, I said it was all about the second ball. And who gets there first? Well, the answer is Lee Bowyer. But once he gets there, what a strike that is. It is as sweet as you like, and though Mark Noble is on the post, he's got no chance whatsoever. Such is the quality. Look at that, only a couple of inches over him, but he hardly sees it. It's a pile driver. It's a bit of a different game now. As I say, he couldn't take any chances.
Turned it around through Roger Johnson. A powered header, and West Ham's lead is wiped out.
Well, it's all about one thing, this goal, and that's desire. The desire of Roger Johnson to get there first and get up above Matthew Upson, which he does brilliantly. Having done that, to direct his header down, and it's the bounce that beats Morton and Robert Green. The bounce virtually on the goal line, where they've had their fair share of pressure, haven't they? What a fight back.
Here's Bridge. Now Carr. Carr on the surge for Birmingham. Gardner in space. Craig Gardner! Third time lucky for Craig Gardner. Twice denied by the woodwork, but not to be denied this time. It's the Birmingham boy, the Birmingham fan, who has them heading for Wembley.
Well, time and again, as Matt goes forward, runs, and you look at West Ham, they get caught. Great credit to Steve Carr, 34 years of age. But look at the room Craig Gardner's got in the middle of the park. Absolutely acres, and he's got all the time in the world. I mean, we've given Robert Green a lot of praise for the save he made just before the end, but that one, willing to be disappointed. I think the dip on the ball certainly makes it difficult for him, and it's his undoing in the end, but he looks behind him, and to his horror, he sees it in the far corner.
Zic. Birmingham City keep right on to the end of the road and are in the Carling Cup final. It's been a rocky road at times, but they will face Arsenal at Wembley on February the 27th. They were 3-1 down on aggregate at one stage, but Alex McLeish's team from the second half of the match itself fought back. Bowyer and Johnson in normal time, and Craig Gardner, the local hero in extra time, his goal the decisive one, and Birmingham are at Wembley.
Martins! It's a gift!
The son of a bitch ain't listening. I got so much to do, got so much at stake, got no reason to live, no reason to stay. Got so much to do, got so much at stake, got no reason to live, got no reason to stay. Way. Twisted my neck, she was going behind, changed the guys that I've been linked in. I got sweat on my back, saw this in my throat, seems like days since I've been drinking. Son of a gun, pointing at my head, sadistic fun for absolution. I got 10 more rounds, so I'm in my bed, unless I come up with a solution. So much to do, got so much at stake, got no reason to live, no reason to stay. Got so much to do, got so much at stake, got no reason to live, got no reason to stay. Way. Painless sack as the sun turns black as I say to myself alone. It's always the same, got myself to blame, hearing cries and shouts unknown. The past turn back to a figure in black as I watch the years fade out. These young minds on, now the light turns cold, no more tears of water drown. Yeah, so much to do, got so much at stake, got no reason to live, no reason to stay. Got so much to do, got so much at stake, got no reason to live, got no reason to stay. Way.
say? We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chanted Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton, who'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say?
Welcome to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by Elite Maintenance of Stone in Staffordshire. Against all the odds, Blues hold out for a 0-0 draw against the most inform away team in the division. Is it a one-off or are things turning around? Time will tell. No matter what though, you can't take away a gritty performance. It's just what we all needed. Having said that, we still drop another place in the championship table. It's international break week, so we've a little extra time on our hands to prepare for the impending away day to Ipswich. Some amazing news to come out of the ladies' camp this week. I'm sure Mr. Fun will be delighted to give you an update very shortly. All we've got to look forward to this week is a little game on the international scene as England take on Germany. Blues under-23 squad beat Coventry 2-1 earlier with 2 second-half goals from Ollie McCoy and Wes McDonald to extend the unbeaten run to 4 games. Well, this is it once again, guys. Strap yourselves in and get ready for the ride on your one and only Tilton Talk Show.
So come on, sing this song once more. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy.
Football's football, and we are, of course, a football family. Derry City captain Ryan McBride passed away, the Irish Football Association said. The 27-year-old defender is thought to have died at home on Sunday evening, according to reports. A cause of death is not yet known. The Irish FA tweeted thoughts tonight with the family of Ryan McBride and everyone involved with Derry. His death comes a day after McBride led his team to a 4-0 victory over Drogheda United. I'm sure the thoughts from every Birmingham City fan are with his family and friends at this awful time. Always sad news, Chris.
It was a sad news, yeah, I did see that.
Quite a shocker, wasn't it?
Well,
27-year-olds don't just die, do they? It's
Goosebumps.
yeah, it's not a very nice one.
Hey. Right, good evening, people, and welcome to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show. Good evening, Mr. Fun.
Good evening.
Good week.
Not too bad,
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown,
Good evening.
are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Well,
You
apart
feeling
from
better
being
now?
ill and dying, I'm fine.
He's got wind, apparently, allegedly.
Allegedly.
He's on these
Fake
tablets
news.
Yeah.
Fake news.
He's on these tablets that cause bad wind, apparently.
Yeah, I've got
so-
these antibiotics and they do make me...
So
make
please don't.
strange
That's all
noises.
we're
Good stuff, yeah.
evacuate. Yeah,
I know, yeah.
evacuate. If you feel
I'm
one,
ready.
you know.
And can I just say thank you for all those who have asked about my well-being on...
I didn't ask.
No, but people... Lots
you
of...
ask, Chris?
Well, actually, only one person has asked.
No, I wasn't aware, no. I was
you
unaware
anyway.
of the illness.
Well. Despite everything that we thought, we managed to scrape out a draw.
We did, yeah. Yeah, out of, nobody saw it coming, I don't think, really, realistically, but yeah, we dug in there and we fought, and that, I think for me that was the most pleasing thing. It was that, you look everyone around us picking up points and you think they're fighting for their lives. Are we really in that position yet, or do we still think we're all okay? But we we fought hard and we stuck in there, and we give us...
We're certainly not okay.
Nowhere near.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, every point helps when you're in this position.
Yeah,
so
and the performance helps as well.
well, it does. It wasn't. I don't think it was a spectacular performance. We didn't have a lot of the ball. We didn't really do anything with it. We didn't look majorly threatening. But you know what? It's Newcastle, and Newcastle have blown better teams than us away this season. And so for them to come to us twice this season in the FA Cup
Yes,
and at home,
yeah.
and they can't beat us. So I think it was that resilience. It was that dogged determination that we weren't going to concede. We were going to fight for that point.
Early bell.
He's in.
Early bell. Mark Womel says, some of us did see us getting.
Oh, I
the
do
result.
apologise, Mark. Yeah,
Well,
no one in the studio thought.
No, we didn't know.
Thought we were going to get a
After
point.
tanking.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold me hand up.
But there was
Stephen
good spirit.
Nally says we've got two wins from 18. We need at least 2 from the last 8 to stay up. Time for change. So still time for
Listen,
change.
I certainly, I'm not advocating. I'm not changing my mind on the manager. I'm based on that 90 minutes. I'm not. But he's shown nothing. He's shown nothing different. It's the players that go out there, and yes, he might have told them to shut up shop and make sure we weren't going to lose that game, but that doesn't help next season. Then does it? We're not. There's no point having Zola next season if we're going to play that way. So, my opinion on the manager hasn't changed, but in the grand scheme of things, when you're in a relegation battle, when Newcastle come to you and we pick up a point, you've got to take that, and so fair play. We defended well and we were resolute and they couldn't break us down.
I think Ipswich are on 45 points as well.
They are the
So
same
that's
points
gonna
as
be,
us.
That's going to be a 6-pointer.
It's ridiculous. Every game. I mean, I said it about the Wigan one was absolutely huge, and we lost that. But this one now is, you look at if you can beat Ipswich. I was saying to a pal of mine, if you can beat Ipswich, really, then you're saying you're on 48 with Rotherham and Burton to come, and you've taken 3 important points off a team that are down there as well with you in Ipswich. It starts to look a little bit rosier, but then on the other hand, if you lose that game at Ipswich, then you are dragged right back into it. Where this is the case, we're in 8 games left, so you're in an 8-game season, and you need to finish in the top half of that mini league down the bottom now, because you're not actually in the drop zone. Everybody in the drop zone needs to win that mini league, but because we're out of it by 5 points, isn't it now? So if we finish in the top half of that mini league down the bottom in the next 8 games, we should be okay. But that means beating Rotherham and Burton.
Yeah,
Just a quick couple that are quite relevant with what you've been saying. Somebody called Dave Pugh.
No idea.
He said, see Mr. Funny's rabbiting on again and running him down. Daz says, Mr. Fun has a pal?
One. Just the one does, yeah.
Dear, oh dear. And Ashley McDonald said, Newcastle can't beat us, but Wigan did. Hammered us. Zola out.
It's right.
It's the championship, though, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
but there's nothing you can do about the QPR and Wigan result now. So you need to focus on the games that are coming, and obviously, if you'd have lost to Newcastle and drew to Wigan, you'd be saying, well, that's terrible, because yes, you're expected to lose to Newcastle, but you're not expected to lose to Wigan. So in the points per games, it's still not a great return, which is why I'm still not suggesting Zola is the right man for the job. And if it was me, I'd still see him. I'd be more than happy to see him gone this week, but he's not going to. So but when you're down there and you see, I watched Bristol City batter third place Huddersfield on Friday night 4-0, and I'm thinking to myself, we are in serious bother. And then with an hour to go until kick-off on Saturday, Blackburn were beating Preston, and I'm thinking, we are in so much trouble. If we lose here, this is devastating. But then Blackburn conceded a last minute equaliser, and we managed to get a point against Newcastle. So it's going to change. So obviously not now because you got the international break. But when it kicks back in, every game is going to every half hour really you're going to be checking the tables, thinking, okay, where are we? What's everyone else doing?
And it is a question of what everybody else is going to do.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
well.
exactly. I mean, we could win 2 of the next 8 games.
There's 24 points up for grabs.
24 points up. We could win. We could get 6 or 7 points and still go down. Really, if everybody else wins. Obviously, you're not expecting everybody else down there to win every game, but everybody else is going to pick up points. Where you'll look at it. the Bristol City game, I looked at that and thought, well, Huddersfield on a great run. I can't see Bristol City beating Huddersfield, and they go and beat them 4-0. So you can't predict these games anymore. You know, this is the stage of the season. I mean, the Championship is unpredictable as it is. This is the stage of the season where it gets even harder to predict because everybody is scrapping for their lives.
At least we scrap for our lives there.
But and that is the main positive that I took out of the game, that we actually fought as well, and we made sure that we weren't going to make it easy for Newcastle, and we did, and we made it hard for them, and they couldn't score against us. Not many teams will keep clean sheets against that lineup, but thankfully we did.
And you got to credit Thomas Kuszczak for an absolute outstanding performance.
Listen, you need your luck. We've bemoaned our luck lately. With hitting posts and hitting the woodwork and the like, but the last two games, the Cardiff goal, the equaliser at Cardiff, and Kuszczak's performance against Newcastle, you know, we have rode our luck the last two games, but we fought, we showed a bit of desire and a bit of effort against Newcastle, and that was the main positive to come out of it. But we are still in trouble.
Daz says even we are going to pick up points regardless of what Mr. Font
We are going to pick. I'm not. We're not going to go the rest of the season picking up 1 point. I've no doubt that we'll pick up points as well, but everybody else is going to. So, you know, we have got to make sure that we have got to make sure that we don't lose 3 on the bounce, because if we do, we are right down there and right in it.
That's Birmingham fans. That's all we ask for, is that fight, isn't it?
Yeah,
the spirit, you know what I mean?
In a way, that's been lacking in the last few games, hasn't it? It was certainly lacking against QPR. It was certainly lacking against Wigan. It was there against Wolves, and we arguably put in our best performance of the season. And it was there on Saturday, and we picked up a point against the league leaders.
Warren Starler, another 8 games of the same battling will see us safe, but let's hope they don't go back to the Wigan QPR stuff.
No, that's the thing, yeah. But the worry is then, he mentions the Wigan game, the Rotherham and Burton game, you almost need to do a bit more in those games. You can't just battle your way to a point in those games, you know, because they are going to sit and take a point off you. Burton will be happy to come to us and nick a 1-0, you know, and Rotherham will be happy for us to play them off the park and win 1-0 on their own turf.
Go on.
So it's very important.
Yeah, go on then.
I've just put up the PayPal link for people to donate their £1 whenever
the Derby manager.
is mentioned.
Yeah.
So there you
Got a job now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
All the best.
So far we're up to £2.
Hey!
Hey!
Interesting.
Kev Kelly says the football in God smiled on us, but we can't count on that now for 8 games.
No, they're not. They're certainly not going to for 8 games. I mean, the offside goal was a bit contentious as well. I haven't actually seen it back yet. The goal that was disallowed for offside, but that could have gone either way as well. Yeah, contentious. It was a little bit. So, according to Alan Roy in Newcastle, it was onside. Oh well, yeah, the Newcastle side of it, yeah. But so it is. We have rode our luck a little bit the last 2 games. So long may it continue, but we need to make sure that we're actually putting in. Wilf Clark says Blues are going to treat the rest of the season like a cup run. Yeah, well, it is. Hang on. Yeah, you do.
But then again, so all the other clubs in below us.
Yeah, of course, and they'll all be saying exactly the same thing. Yeah. Or if there was a Burton podcast on a similar quality standard as ours, obviously not as good as ours, but they'd be saying the same thing, that they've got to win for arguably 4 of the next 8 and hope that sees them up. But and a couple of hashtags here from Daz. Hashtag it's the hope that kills you. Yeah. Hashtag our people are talking to their people. People are talking to their people.
Our people are talking to their people.
Don't you just love it?
Right, coffee fit arriving. Wow, some cracking news coming out of the ladies' camp this week. Yeah. So the first competitive fixture of the season yesterday, the FA Cup 5th round tie against West Brom, and won 2-0. Goals from Jess Carter in the first half and debutant Ellen White in the second. So we're through to the quarterfinals. It was a good game, to be fair. West Brom are
not in the top two divisions, but they give as good as they got. They come for a bit of a scrap, and they were willing to put their bodies on the line, but we managed to get the 2 goals and see it through. So we've been drawn against Arsenal.
Surprise!
For the 4th season in the last 5, we have got Arsenal in the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm. Have we won any of those?
Have we won any of them? I don't think we have. No.
Time for change.
Last year we went out on penalties. So, but yeah, I mean they won 10-0 at the weekend against Spurs, but Spurs are a lower league opposition, and they Arsenal flex their muscles really. But we'll see, and the game's next Sunday, so the next week's show the result will be known. So, but
we're getting some.
Yes, I believe. Yeah, I spoke to Heather at Blues Ladies today, and Mark is coming in. The manager will come in.
Brilliant.
And a couple of players. I think she can't confirm names yet, but there will be a couple of players.
And on the ladies, Kevin Kelly wants to know what's Chris Pugh's link to the ladies team, please.
I'm
Apart
a
from
fan,
being an avid
just a fan,
supporter,
just a fan,
just a big fan.
No official link whatsoever. Sorry.
Unofficially.
Yeah. No, just a fan. Go as much as I can. So
yeah. So let's hope then the next Monday's show is all smiles.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Absolutely. If it is, it means we're in the semi-final in the FA Cup. So, and 1 game away from Wembley, which would be amazing. So.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look.
I know.
What you like. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that then. Robert Doyle. What is the philosophy of putting subs on with less than 5 minutes to go? No point. Nice to see the Don back making a cameo role though.
It was. I think it was more. It was probably more a gesture to say like he's back,
right?
He's fit, he's available to play.
He's got another 2 weeks to get his fitness back.
Exactly. I can see. Obviously, Jutkovic was the man who started, but for Donaldson to come on in the last few minutes, I think it was just a case of, he is fit, he's available, and he's coming on to this game. He's ready for the next 2 weeks then, and he should be back for the Ipswich game then.
Mm-hmm. And Dave Pugh, any relation?
Yeah.
Just bought a boat, don't know whether to row it or not. No quid there.
Oh, clever.
Trying, that's close, isn't it? It's pretty
It's
close.
It is close.
50p.
Yeah.
50p.
Yeah. Gotta be 50p.
It was funny, quite like that. Right, okay, Daz, again, the absolute highlight of Saturday was Dwight Gale celebrating in front of Block 4 when they scored. And then it got disallowed, and he got some stick, but he did take it well.
Yeah. I was slightly disappointed obviously not disappointed in the sense that I was pleased they weren't on, in top gear all the way through. But leaving Shelvey out, leaving Gale out, it was quite strange considering there's an international break and they didn't play their main men. But maybe they were happy getting the point away from us. So. Strange. And
Dave Pugh, once again, listen to these two having a row. It makes you want to send a quid. Send a quid then. Send a quid. Send a quid, by all means. Send a £1.
Give it up. Give it up.
Chris@imagecleaning.org.
Ironic commentary from Pete Taylor phrase for next season when we've got confidence after battering Division 4 Scottish teams in pre-season.
Yeah.
Well, Blues humour once again. Blues humour is brilliant. Need players to step up. What do you think? What do you think of Frey?
I think he's a bit like Fabrini. He's a luxury player, and when things are going well and you give him the ball and he's got the freedom to play, he could look really good in that team.
Some movement time, isn't he?
But we're not playing well, and we are struggling, and we haven't got much confidence, and we're scrapping, and really, I think he's the sort of player that if you were pushing in the playoffs, that would be starring for us. But he's a luxury and he's a flair player, and they don't really go very well with teams who are scrapping at the bottom, fighting relegation.
And just going back to the Donaldson thing, James Mann should have saved Donaldson for the next game. There was no point bringing him on. But as you say, it was probably the statement that
it is, and there's 2 weeks until the next game as well. So he's got 2 weeks to get his fitness up. Train with the first team and that. So.
And Sam wants to know what your thoughts are on him leaving Adams and Frey on the bench. I think introducing one of them in the final 15 minutes would have made them think more about pushing him for the winner and give us a chance to get the 3 points.
It would have done. I mean, when I looked at the team sheet, I thought the first thing I thought was an alarming lack of pace. You know, with the options that he started with, there was you could tell the intent was to just we were going to sit in and we were going to make it difficult for Newcastle. Which, when Newcastle come to you, really, I don't think you want to go all gung ho against an attacking lineup like that, because they're more than capable of picking you off. But yeah, last 10-15 maybe he could have mixed it up a little bit. But he chose not to, and we got the point at the end of the day. If he'd have chucked a couple of attacking pacey players on, and we'd have lost 1-0, conceding a goal in the last 5 minutes, he'd have got pelters. So
my heart did sink because I was working Saturday. My heart did sink when my Twitter lit up that Shelby was coming.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Gale and then Shelby and then Atsu come on, and someone like Mitrovic can't even get on the pitch for him. So
yeah, there was a comment about him a few minutes ago. I'll see if I can get back to that one.
Yeah.
Where was it?
No, I've lost it. I'll see if I can find it in a minute. Right, and Nathan Pritchard, how many diagonal balls did we let go adrift in the last 5 in the first half? That is
the last 10 minutes of the first half was probably the time I thought we were going to concede more than any. They really put the pressure on us the last 10 in the first half. And we did look like we were susceptible, especially to those diagonal balls, like you say. They got a couple of knock-ons, and we were quite lucky, but thankfully nothing came.
And the Mitrovic comment from Stephen Nally: Mitrovic would have loved to have played against Rob. Surprised Rafa didn't highlight that.
Yes, but the last thing he would have wanted was for them two to get in a scrap and Mitrovic get sent off. So,
or Robbo get sent off.
Well, obviously Benitez wouldn't have minded about Robinson got sent off, but yeah.
Craig Harley says, I saw Rafa on Saturday looking at his team thinking, I know, how on earth have I gone from Ronaldo and Benzema to Richie and Gouffran?
Yes, it's a good point, yeah. It's a bit of a come down from the Bernabeu to St Andrews, but
it is a bit, yeah. And Kev Kelly again. Zola is a luxury manager. If we had a big budget and we were a Premier League team, he would be more suitable than the battling position that we are in now. Still Zola out for me.
A luxury.
Well, I mean, it's Zola out for me as well, but I don't even see him as a luxury mid-table Premier League manager either. I just don't see it in him, to be honest. And I've seen nothing in his career to...
Sam Hubert says Kevin Zola isn't fit to run the local pub by me.
Well, there you go. There's the fans' opinion,
It's a shame, really, that it's come to this, isn't it, really? I mean, and I know completely and entirely what your thoughts are over what's happened over the last 3, 4, 5 months. That we were sitting pretty, etc., looking down on them below us, and now we probably won't even catch them up.
Well, we won't catch them up now, but they're an irrelevance to me at the moment. We could very easily be a League One club next year. I couldn't care less what them across the road are doing right now. I'm focusing on what we're doing at the moment. So.
And I was listening to Radio Woom on the way in, and one name that kept cropping up was Bellick.
Yeah, listen, he was... I said after the Wolves game, he really impressed me, and then he didn't play the next couple, and he come in, by all accounts, he looked assured against Cardiff, and I thought he was really good Saturday as well. I think there's a really good centre-half there. Is he Arsenal first team standard yet? No, I don't think so. But he's certainly good. He's certainly more than good enough to be. If we're playing 3 at the back, he's our best centre half for me at the moment. Shotton looks better again, which was a positive. Shotton looked good. Whether that's the confidence of playing alongside someone like Bielik, so he's more confident in his team next to him. That might help, but Bielik's definitely improved.
Oh, definitely.
Improved our defence no end, yeah.
Question to you from Dave Pugh. So, if you were offered a 6-0 hammering at Vile Park and guaranteed to stay up, would you take it at this moment in time?
Oh, crikey.
You need to beat him when you get back.
Yeah, because we.
Yes, yeah,
of
you
course,
do, yeah.
Yeah, we come back next season.
Absolutely, you
and
do.
whack them. Of course
You say,
we do,
well done, you've beat us 6-0. We're in the same division next year.
Yeah.
The last thing we
Let's go
want to
to
do is
few
go
people.
down. My goodness. If you're guaranteeing me survival right now, and it means we lose one game 6-0, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Gregory Beasley's been a bit adventurous here on this one. How many points will we get next season?
Next season,
Let's wait and see.
do you know what that
Let's
is?
kick
That
off
is
first.
way too difficult. It's impossible. You don't know who the manager is. You don't know
don't know
what
what
division
division
we're
we're
in.
in.
You don't know what players we've got. Yeah, that's a...
And Simon Walker says the dogged style we've shown in the last 2 games is the only style that will keep us up.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
absolutely.
Totally agree.
Because everybody else is going to be doing that.
Yeah.
So you need to do what everyone else has got to do to give yourself a chance. We're not going to. We haven't got the confidence to outplay teams. So
And I know you're a Zola brigader. Kev Kelly wants to know, Mr. Pugh, if Zola keeps us in the division, does he deserve a chance until Christmas next season, or do we go for another direction in the summer?
he's shown me nothing in the time here that suggests, even with different players, next season will be any better. So for me, I would still get rid
Well, Daz Hines is saying
Even if he
81
keeps us
points
up.
next season.
in League One, Dan.
And Gregory, I don't know what Gregory's been drinking tonight, but do you think the horse would outsprint Robbo?
I tell you, it wouldn't be a bad. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad race at the moment.
Wouldn't turn up, would
Actually,
he?
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Grit and determination from Adrian Harris. Okay, so all in all, then it seems as though the style that we played was slightly different on Saturday.
Compared to what he's tried to do when he first come in,
Yeah.
it's you can't even compare it. It's on a different level. He has just gone back to
Basic.
the most simple basics of football. Like we are putting 11 men out there, and we're going to make sure that they find it difficult to
I was
score.
sure you were going to say the GR.
No, listen.
No.
Do you know what?
Well done.
Listen, for me, the way we played on Saturday was even more defensive than what we would have had with previous management. But it was just we are going to make sure that the defence is much better. We're going to make sure that we're a lot more solid and we're hard to play against. There was really no attacking intent. It didn't look like scoring at all, really, but it was really nice to see that defence solid and that organisation there.
2 comments here. One from Paul Gill. We need a manager who knows the championship. Sadly, Zola isn't the man. And Aaron Gallers, we've got a marathon plan, not a sprint plan. I'm sure if Zola gets a summer to do some work, he'll at least keep us where we are so we can look at our options.
The first comment, who was that from about need a manager who knows the championship? I hear that a lot.
That's
Huddersfield's
Yeah.
manager doesn't know the championship, and what a season they've had.
Yeah.
If you get the right man, I don't think it matters who whether he knows the championship, whether he knows the division or not. If you get the right man at the right time with the right set of players, then you'll
they lost
succeed.
4-0, didn't they, Saturday?
You'll succeed. Well, yes, they did. Fair point. Yeah, but I think they've exceeded expectations this season.
Definitely,
But obviously, then on the other hand, you get the likes of Neil Warnock, who seems to go firefighting at different clubs every season and keeps them up because he does know what he's needed in the championship.
Craig Harley, Champions League in 3 years. Oh no, that's what the Villa said, and I wonder how that's working out.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not get massively taken away.
The defence is our only hope from Robert Doyle. Clean sheets will give us at least 1 point a game.
Right,
Perfect point.
exactly. If you draw every game 0-0, as stupid as it sounds, it's not going to happen. But if you drew every game 0-0 to the end of the season, you would be safe. So,
And Pete Taylor says Rafa hasn't a clue about Championship football. That's a
right,
valid point as
exactly.
well. Very valid.
Mind
point.
you, he has got the most ridiculously quality squad available to him in the
He's quite lucky,
championship.
isn't he?
So
He's quite lucky.
it'd be interesting to see what Benitez would do with our squad. To be fair, if we'd have started with the season with Benitez, where we'd be. But there you go.
Yeah. Alison Shorten says she hasn't got a lot to say tonight.
Oh well, she hasn't got anything to moan about. That's why.
Oh, Alison Shilton.
She's got nothing to complain
our
about.
audience
This
And
show.
Alison Shilton says, I think I'll apply for the
really
job.
go with
Couldn't do any worse than Zola.
Yeah, well, there we go. I knew she'd get a dig in.
And Scott Bohemia draws are our only hope because God knows where our goals are going to come from. Well, don't forget, we have got the Don back.
Yeah, and there's games coming up where we are gonna have to push on a little bit and score. The Rotherham and Burton game, we are going to have to take the game to those teams, and so we are going to have to show a little bit more attacking intent. Hopefully, Cater will be back for those games as well. So,
Going back to Zola from Dave Pugh again, can't see the board ditching him at least in 2 years' time. Once Brexit is completed, he'll have to go. As skilled EU citizens, will
he is not unskilled. Yeah, he isn't skilled at all.
Good point here from Gregory Beasley as well. Lee Clark managed Huddersfield and set a club record. Look what he did at St Andrews.
Yeah, exactly. I think you can pick. You can be a good manager at the wrong club at the wrong time, and it damages your reputation a bit. But I don't think that's the case there at all.
And Robert Doyle, Rafa is a double agent. I've seen him on LOLO.
No, listen, they've done well this season, and really, if they don't go up, it's been a massive failure for them. But I think they will. So.
Yeah. Right. Mr. Fun is Gary. I don't know what that means.
Oh, well, if you could see the YouTube, if you could see the video, you'll notice.
Ah, right, okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll pull it over for you so you can have a quick look.
Are you overpinning it?
Who is that?
Who's that?
If you don't know who that is, then you don't know anything about
Who is it?
vintage comedy. You don't know anything about vintage comedy.
No idea.
I've no idea either.
Sorry.
Dear, oh
And I'm
dear.
quite old.
Gary
How old is he?
from Only Fools and Horses.
Well done, Gary.
All right. Okay. Anyway,
That's gone straight over my head.
It has, hasn't it? Oh dear, oh dear.
Sorry.
lots of Gary comments coming in.
Yeah, there are quite a few. Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, you've been playing with your new little gadget, haven't you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gary Hoop hasn't played much for Sheffield Wednesday in recent times. I'd look to bring him in the summer. From
Yeah, it'd be a good acquisition. Yeah. Obviously, we need to make sure we're in the division first because he won't come to a League One club, but it would be a good acquisition in this division, I think.
Yeah. And Dave Pugh wants to know, will you guys be allowed to discuss the Derby Circle with County Manager prior to us playing them, or is it going to just prove too expensive?
It's going to be very
It's going to be difficult, isn't
They're
it?
going to raise dollar.
When we have to preview the Derby
your
game.
money.
Oh my goodness!
Children's Hospital will be able to buy a new wing.
They will, yeah.
Shocking stuff from Pugh, lol.
Sorry, Shane.
Leicester doing well. I just thought I'd
Apparently,
give it a chuck round
I've
for you.
heard. Yeah.
Yeah, nicely dropped in.
Yeah, well done to them.
All right, okay.
Well done. Premier League champions, just about managing to scrape out of relegation trouble. Well done. Really well done.
International break this week then. We got a little game against Germany.
Yeah, and then
Redmond
Lithuania.
called up.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
So well done to
Yeah, fully deserved, to be fair,
Yeah,
with the
absolutely,
season he's
yeah.
had, I think. Good to see Defoe back in as well. Someone like a classic goal scorer like him. So, and they've got. I think you'll find international football is very important. And how you can snore about an England-Germany game is absolutely bewildering. It's England-Germany, the greatest rivalry in football.
Yeah, it's not real football, is it?
Yeah.
It's not real football.
Why is it not real
Girly football.
Girly football?
Yes.
Don't say that next week.
Grassroots football. It's not real football.
Well, what I was leading to is obviously with England playing Germany is, would you have an international break, yes or no? And teams that have got players out on international break,
Well, we have-
should that just be tough?
No, we have got. Well, there's a qualifier as well, Lithuania, which comes after the Germany game. So
Snore.
not really. It's a World Cup qualifier. What do you mean, snore?
I need to get another one tonight, a Gary one that comes up. Gary, every time somebody mentions it.
Yeah,
There you go, it's a pound, then it'll be a pound in the pot.
Oh gosh.
I'll sort that out.
Yeah, so you'd have an international break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Who doesn't want to see England play football?
Me?
Well,
And quite a few people on the chat box,
rubbish.
obviously.
I don't believe there's anybody on the
Oh, there's
on the
been
Facebook that
loads.
would say
There's
it.
been loads. If you don't want it,
Who on the Facebook is not excited about the prospect of Germany versus England? I want to know. How could you not be excited by that?
Daz Haynes is snoring. Paul Gill wants to know if it's international break. What are we going to talk about next week? Well, we've got a ladies' special hopefully next
Yeah,
week.
next week.
Yep. So that's that.
And they could be in the semi-finals, couldn't they?
Yeah, could be in the semi-final.
At
FA Cup,
0-0.
hopefully.
It'll be a disappointment. England-Germany game. Warren, we play the international game against Cardiff last week. Nice one. International should be a midweek game. Andrew Cave, I think England are boring. Most people are only interested in the tournaments, not the qualifiers.
What?
Ray
Well
as
done
well.
to
the
Redmond,
bottom.
which we sent to make that. Kev Kelly, I'm sorry guys, but international football is dead. Ray
Dead?
Hubbard, I couldn't care less
What?
about the England game. And Sam Hubert, I hate watching England. They ruin every other summer for me. Daz, bored now thinking about turning on EastEnders.
I think that answers your question, doesn't it?
I'm baffled.
You're baffled. Why are you baffled?
Germany versus England,
It means nothing.
the old rivalry, and we're not interested in that.
1966. People in the shop box, they don't.
Yeah,
remember
George Ellis
that.
can't be bothered with a Germany friendly. Do it in tournament, not a friendly.
Oh, it's a friendly as well. So there you go. Crikey.
I can't believe it.
Nathan says at least that makes Mr. Fun smile. There you go.
It pains me. It pains me that football fans aren't interested in a Germany-England match.
I don't think I could name the squad. I don't think I could name
crazy.
6 in the squad.
That is crazy.
I probably won't watch it, to be fair.
No, will I?
I've genuinely, I've got bored of international football.
Isn't Holby City on that?
But it's
night?
Germany, England.
I used to go to every game, every
It's
single game where
Germany.
England were playing. I used to go. Well, just
I went to the game that Trevor Francis played in down at Wembley, and the Blues fans got attacked because they were singing "Keep Right On." Remember that?
all right.
Yeah,
That's
that's the last game.
That's international.
Mark
football.
Wanwell, Mr. Fun is spot on.
Mark Johnson, Mr. Fun on with
You're
you.
desperately trying to find somebody
Mark
else. aren't
Johnston, Mr. Fun with you. Yeah.
you? You're really scraping it now.
England, Germany is very excited. Adrian would rather watch the Ivory Coast. International football will be better once we Brexit. It's a friendly. Germany won't care. From Adam Chambers and Frank Worthington, I'd rather bathe in molten lava than watch the national side. I used to look forward to them, not anymore, and I am exactly the same.
That's
Thank
terrible.
you.
That is terrible.
Ah,
What a sad state of affairs. You'll all be jumping on the bandwagon, going to Lally next summer when we qualified and we're on our way to Russia.
I should probably watch the Lithuania game, but probably not watch the Germany
I
game.
can't believe you won't watch Germany.
I don't even know
England.
when it's on.
Germany,
I
England.
don't even know when it's on. When's it on?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What colour do we
oh,
play?
I'm booking into work. in the pub with no telly in. Dear.
World Cup winning still
Shane
the,
says, to be
anthem?
fair, it's Germany. It's like B6 and Blues on an international level. Can't wait to hear Defoe's name being screamed at after a wonder goal.
Yeah, good point.
Let's hope,
Well
eh?
said.
Let's hope.
Well said.
Pete Taylor, Germany are boring. They had one great player through. I won't say that one.
No, nearly. Nearly got it in.
Nearly caught me out there, didn't he? Bless him. Bless him. And I still can't understand how Farmer Hodgson got a chance to manage England.
No, neither can I. Neither can I.
Neither can the world. Neither can the world.
Don't blame the players for that tournament. That was all.
And
all
Adrian
down
Harris,
to
I think
the
this is
manager.
exactly the reason why I watch very little international
We are not
football.
let down. That's
We
wrong.
qualify, but we are let down.
Not let down.
Every
Not
time.
let down.
We have been.
We
time
haven't.
after
Every
after
time. Every time we've been let down. How is a
1966.
How is a
the last
penalty
time-
shootout?
1966.
Yeah, but we're an island of 60 million people. We shouldn't be expecting
And we
to
get beat
walk
against
into
Iceland.
Well, yeah, but that was Hodgson's fault. I'm putting that whole tournament down to Hodgson. It's not every time we get to quarterfinals and get knocked out on penalties. That cannot be considered being let down. You can't. That's bad luck.
Okay. Blues' next game against Ipswich is going to be a good one. It's going to be a thriller in Manila. That
Is
one, isn't
it?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you
yeah.
reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I reckon there's if anything is under 2.5 goals, on your betting slips is a cert for that
How
one.
are you doing, by the way?
Well,
It was something you muted. Whether
I
you
did,
or
I
you
did,
didn't.
yeah.
You did or you didn't. You
I
did or you
did.
didn't. Are you going to?
oh, do I?
No, then.
It's
If you're not thinking about
No, okay.
No.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Might have some big
next
news
week,
for you next
yeah.
week.
Can I just say my PayPal account is just pinged twice?
Oh, well done. Well done, everyone.
Well done, Andrew Cave. I'm not who the guy is and that like, but yeah, all the money will go to Children's Hospital. So there you go. Thank you very much.
Simon Walker, would you have Hodgson as Blues manager over Zola?
Never.
Never.
No.
Why?
Definitely not.
Why not? Why?
I mean, that's such a horrible choice, isn't it? Hodgson or Zola? Wow. Yeah, you probably do stick with Zola there. That shows how bad Hodgson is, but...
And Gary Bollard, simply no.
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 I agree, Gary.
No. Yeah, so this Ipswich game now, 6 points without a doubt. They're both on 45 points.
Yeah.
Win it, and I think safety still obviously isn't.
You can't guarantee safety
No.
even if we win it, but everything's a lot rosier if we do win
little
that.
rosier.
And we go into confidence. You know, you can get some confidence. Then you go into the Brighton game, and obviously they're under a lot of pressure to get promotion. If we go there and dig in, who knows what we could get from that? And then obviously the derby, Rotherham Burton. Then so.
It's a bit sad that we're relying on those two games, and there's no guarantee in either.
Oh,
of them as well,
listen,
is
they are, highlighted so much in the last 8 games. Those 2 games, because at the end of the day, if you can't win those 2, from the Wigan game, if you just said we get no points out of Wigan at home, Rotherham away, Burton at home, then you say we deserve to be down there, don't you?
And Adam James is on that game. He says we're 3 unbeaten if we don't lose.
Yeah.
From Ipswich, yeah, he's right. He's right. Well, could be drawing our way to safety, which I'd take at the moment. Yeah.
And John Malenkoff, I think we'll leave that comment where it is, mate.
Yeah.
Adrian Harris says he thinks we'll win, but then again, I say that every
You
time.
do say
Yes,
that,
I do
Adrian,
too.
yeah.
I do too. And going on to Super 6, I did have Birmingham to beat Newcastle 1-0 on Super 6 this week.
Okay.
I did, and I was rooting right at the end for, that little miracle to happen.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to just put a photograph up on the Tilton Talk page and say, I don't care about the 250,000 quid.
Yeah.
This means more to me.
I've noticed the top 10's changed yet again.
Yeah, it was
There's a bit of a
sorry.
tussle going on. isn't
Congrats,
there?
yeah.
Was I in the top 10 this week, I think?
Yeah, I think you were.
Yeah, I think I will. I think
Not season wide, for
No,
the
no,
week.
no,
Oh,
top
right,
10 this
that
week.
doesn't count.
I only count this week. I'm not
No,
interested
you
in
were
the
actually,
season.
Yeah.
I was, I'm in the top 10.
It is close, that top 10.
Yeah.
It is close.
Get in there.
George, has any news on the box before we run out of games? Derby would be good with Mrs. Brown, as is a celeb. What do you think?
As I've said before, our people are talking to their people.
We are running out. He's right, though. We are running out of games.
We are.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
When would you be able to think about it?
I'll get our people to talk to their people.
A little bit more than they already are.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
Gregory, it's the hope that
More
kills you.
talking.
It's the hope that kills you.
At least when we play Bristol, Cottrell won't be playing, just Abraham to deal with.
Yeah, he looked really good, Abraham.
Is
man.
Cott's part of his deal then?
Yeah,
He
he
can't
can't
play
play against us.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
so- which is a relief. But that I mean, if that would be the biggest killer, wouldn't it? We go there on the last day, they relegate us, and it's Cottrell that scores the goal after he's been let go. But
Sam also wants to know whatever happened to what's in the box. I was going to reinstate it last week,
Yeah.
but I forgot the box, to be perfectly fair.
Yeah,
by the
I've
time
got a
I
new
do
box.
it.
Well, we can have. Yeah, I'll get a new box.
We'll get a new box. A new box in for next week.
New box for next week, definitely.
Yeah. Any
Definitely.
competitions for next week, Mr. Competition?
We'll do a competition next week.
And a competition next week on the ladies' special.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah. We'll do a competition.
Okay. Right. Anybody out there think we are going to get relegated? Yes or no? Simple question. We are precarious.
we are precarious, very precarious. Yeah.
It's I don't know. Just a simple yes or no for the next 2 minutes. Yes or no. Here we go. See how many people think we're going to get relegated. Robert Doyle's a yes.
Thank you, Robert. Good optimism
Andrew Cain is
there.
a no. It's the first one to 10. Nathan Pritchard is a no. Alison Shilton is a yes.
2-2.
It's 2-2. Yes, if we keep Zola. 3-2. Yes, George Ellis. And it's the first
This
one
is
to
not
10.
looking
We'll fight
good.
till the end.
No, that's Andrew again.
Yeah.
You can't have
No
that.
relegation from Ray.
4-3.
My sister, no. How are you doing, sister?
Aaron, no. 5-4,
yes,
no.
win 2 games only. Yes.
Was
no.
yes, now and no. So that's 6-4, no.
No.
7-4, no.
8.
Robert's changed his mind, so that's 8-3.
Frankie Worthington, 9-3.
Robert's changed it again. I've lost count.
Yeah.
I think there's enough no's up there now.
Yeah, there's more no's.
Nose
yeah,
wins
yeah,
it,
yeah.
so we're staying up.
So that's
No,
a bit
Zola
more
isn't going
positive
anywhere.
than last week.
We'll go
It is a little. I think showing a little bit of fight and a little bit of
Yeah.
resilience has put a little bit of faith back into people. But obviously, it's not enough to swing the confidence in Zola back in his favour. But
Yeah, Shane saying no, Blackburn and Burton have some difficult fixtures.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, Burton were flying the weekend, weren't they?
well, listen, they score goals, but they will concede them as well. But if you're scoring goals, then you've always got that chance of winning a game 3-2. Whereas, you know, our ambition is to make sure we do keep clean sheets, because if we don't, we might lose the game 1-0 and at best sneak a 1-1 sort of thing. Because
Can you organise a Tilton Talk calendar for next season, Mr. Funham? What month would you be?
what's the most miserable month?
It's got to be November, hasn't it? Just
I'll be
Yeah, January,
November.
February.
There's a bit of excitement about Christmas then, though, isn't
Is
there?
there? What about
Do you reckon Feb?
February, when it's
February.
cold.
After January, it's still cold, and I'll be
Credit
Feb. I
card
think.
bills have just arrived for the
Yeah,
for
that's
Christmas.
it. Yeah, Feb.
Yeah,
I'll be Feb.
February. What month would you like to be?
It's got to be a sunny, because I go on holiday quite a bit, don't I? So
Yeah.
I've got to be May, haven't I? End of season.
May's a bit flowery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
Looking forward to summer.
Yeah. Mine's going to be August and the start of the season.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Optimistic.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Could we have some more volunteers for the calendar? We've got 3. We need another another 9 out there, please. And explain what month you would be and why. But please keep it clean. Please keep
Yes,
it clean.
please keep it clean.
And nobody likes Valentine's Day, some said. So February, right down your street.
Yeah,
February.
that's true. Adrian Harris is March.
Oh,
But do tell us why you think you should be March, if you wouldn't mind. June is worse. No football for 3 months. Yeah, that kind of could be a bad one, couldn't it? That could be bad.
he's a good one, Tom. Right, Price.
You'll have international football.
Oh, great!
Shut up about international
Next year.
football.
World Cup.
Would you take staying up with Zola or relegation to get rid of Zola?
Oh, you can't take relegation.
No.
Under any
Even
circumstances.
evens. I'd keep.
Not
If it meant we had Zola for until Christmas, but you could guarantee me safety, I'd take that.
yeah. Mr. Fun for January to set the tone for the year.
Oh dear.
Oh, I'll be December because
Topless
I'm the gift
calendar,
that
you've got
keeps
to be
giving.
jesting, Daz. You have absolutely
lost.
got to be joking. I think you'd rather do that parachute jump, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Frank Worthington, 2 more wins, job done. That was solid against Newcastle. Did anybody else notice Shotton's face and what he mouthed when he looked over and saw Gale coming on? Quite funny. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't say that. No, but he was a lot better on Saturday as well. Shotton.
Yes.
And if you think if Morrison can come back for the Ipswich game, I'm not sure how far he is away now.
No.
He seemed to have been 2 or 3 weeks away for the last couple of months now. But if he can get back for the Ipswich game, and we could go in with a back 3 of Morrison, Shotton, and Bielik, I think that gives us a lot. We look a lot more steady and secure with that, I think.
Good question here from Craig Harley. I think Gardner is a bit wasted at the top of the diamond. Would Frey be able to do do a job and move Gardner back?
I think he'd be able to do more of an attacking threat. He'd provide more of an attacking threat. But again, with Frey, he is that luxury, and you've obviously got to get the ball to Frey and then let him do his magic. But really, it's I think Gardner at the top of the diamond with the other 3 midfielders, it does make us more solid, and at the moment that's what I'm worried about more than anything, conceding goals. So.
And a good point here from Sam. Should have the other 9 guests on from last season. That might be a good idea. But definitely not topless.
No.
Definitely not topless.
Definitely not.
David Angel, do you notice Gardner Bottle's 50-50s? I don't think he does he?
I'm not sure about that. I think that if you're comparing him to Davis was flying into tons of them against Newcastle. He was really up for it, but I wouldn't say Bottle's out of 50-50s, but listen, he's not the same player he was 5 years ago, but who is, he's older and he hasn't played that much football. You have to remember that he hasn't played a lot of football in the last year and a half. So although he's getting regular games now, he's probably still trying to get into the swing of it. But
it's a good job you can't see what's going on in here. Oh dear. John wants to know how you would compare the feeling at the end of this season to the feeling towards the end of the 10-11 season. That was obviously the Carling Cup season. Well, the feeling was euphoric at come February, wasn't it?
You had that self-belief at the end of that season that we had won the Cup, and that you always felt that we were going to get out of it. Which I think it is a bit similar. A lot of the fans still don't actually fully believe that we are in a relegation battle. And I think there is a lot of faith that we'll be okay by the end, because we have to be. Because we're Blues and there's no way we could go down to League One. But it is a little bit similar than that. It makes a good point.
Good point, yeah.
And it is that worry that there is always that one team that thinks they're safe and they lose 3 on the bounce, and all of a sudden they're really scrapping for their lives. So let's hope that's not us.
Which is massive.
It is.
It is. Mr. Fun, would you wear your kit on the calendar or swimwear? That's from Gregory.
Swimwear, no. What kit? What do you mean by kit?
Well, probably a Blues kit.
Blues kit. It's asking a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, too much. Richard Lawton says, add Morrison and the Don. Can we win 2 to 3 games?
I think we're going to have to.
Morrison,
we're going to have to. We have missed Morrison and we've missed Donaldson. We've said before the amount of people that when he doesn't play, people keep mentioning the fact that we're missing Donaldson. So he is a miss. I think we are going to have to win at least 2 games. I think. Yeah. I don't think we'll survive with 1 win and a couple of draws.
And a good reminder here from Sam Greenway. Heard the Vile game is not on Sky. We only need to put us on twice a season.
I think it's on Eurosport. I think Eurosport announced that they're going to show it.
Really?
I think so.
That's free to view as well, isn't it?
I think so. Please don't quote me on that and
we are
complain if it's not true. I think I read somewhere that Eurosport were going to show it.
Oh, good.
But
can I just say, this show is like therapy after the weekend. Towards the end of the season, can you be on every night? We might need it.
Yeah,
we
that's
might
a good
well
point.
need it
We
as
might
well.
need a midweek special, yeah. Yeah, possibly.
George Ellis, we can only get behind the team out of everybody's hands now and grind results out. And we have a chance. It's down to the players now. It is down to the players.
Yeah.
It is down to the supporters as well.
Well, yeah, especially, all the supporters can do is back the team and be loud and make sure that, that you give them as much encouragement as we can, really. But back to the Sky, I see a lot of people aren't happy at Sky.
Yeah.
But really, let's take our Blues glasses off. Who wants to see a mid-table team play a team that are down at the bottom? Even if it's a derby, who wants to see when you can watch Brighton going for promotion against Norwich, who could be still going for playoffs? That's the one that's been chosen.
Yes.
And realistically, when we take our Blues glasses off, that is a more appealing fixture to Sky than ours is.
Money, money, money.
Well, yeah.
Funny.
Frankie Worthington, Shotton is a far better player when he isn't mothering Cogley.
Yeah.
He's a lot more confidence with
Not just Cogley as well. I think whether he's got Grounds and Robinson beside him as well. I think a shot alongside Morrison and Bielik will be a lot more assured and a lot more confident. Yeah.
And Paul Gill says, Mr. Fun and Zola in one picture. Have you done that one?
Zola?
Sorry? Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
it's
doing things to me.
Mr.
Stop
Drunk.
it.
Mr. Drunk. Look at this here, look.
I was looking.
What is he doing?
I was looking for.
We're supposed to be a professional organisation here.
Nobody told me.
Oh, dear me. Heath Burgess, to stay up, you have to win games. To win games, you need to score. We don't score goals. I'd rather be Burton and score and leak goals than what we are.
Well, let's see whether we'd rather be Burton at the end of the season, is what I'd say to that. But I can see why he's coming. But you have to be hard to beat as well. You have to be resilient. Burton aren't hard to beat at the moment, and I think with our performance against Newcastle, people would rather play the Burton team that lost 5-3 at home to Brentford than they would the Blues team that fought for a point against Newcastle.
And Dave Pugh, without mentioning in his name,
stop it then!
Isn't it ironic that one of the criticisms levelled at the previous manager
Did I hear
was
it
spent
then?
money on players that didn't play and play defensive football, and lo and behold, we achieved Saturday's result by playing defensively with only 3 out of how many Zola signings?
Yeah, but that's... Listen, that's... We're going to go into a debate about whether it was right or wrong to sack him again.
No,
I don't want to do that.
I
don't want to do that. So yes, he's right. He's right. We got the point against Newcastle with a solid defensive structure, and Frey didn't play and Sinclair didn't play. I don't know where Sinclair's gone, by the way. But so they're not playing. Keita would have played, but he was injured. So maybe you could throw that one back in there. But yes, so you're right. But there's nothing we can do about it now.
Nope.
And the way this is the right way to stay up. We are not. There's no point in trying to play the way we were in trying to stay up, because we're going to fail.
Mark Hopkins, I do think we need a new corner taker. Gardner never beats the first man.
Who then?
Yep.
Is my question. For the team that played, who are you going to pick? Honestly.
Seriously. Go and work for
It's getting out of control. It's completely out of control.
Sam is unhappy at Sky not showing the game. Stop paying for your Sky boxes and stop funding the machine. Otherwise, stop moaning about their decisions to not have it on.
Yeah, exactly. It's a point.
Anybody will stop paying, though, will they?
Because they
like
want to
armchair
watch football. They want to watch football.
Yeah.
So you can moan as much as you want, but for Sky, Brighton going for promotion is more appealing than Blues Villa. That's the realistic. Man United and Chelsea fans and Liverpool fans who are paying their Sky subscription all across the world watching the games. They don't want to see Villa Blues. They want to see Brighton because they might be playing them next season.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Was saying, I think we'll win the games we don't expect to and lose the likes of Burton and Rotherham. Typical Blues. Keep the faith.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Listen,
typical Blues,
I don't care. I don't care where our wins come from. If we win 2 or 3 games but lose to Burton and Rotherham, then I'll take that because we'll probably stay up.
Paul Gill, I got rid of Sky years ago and stream all of my games. I hope that's legal. Paul.
Yeah. Shouldn't be announcing that, though.
Just written it. Aaron says, we give her all, we always have done. We try our best. We try our best.
Especially the fans. Certainly the fans have given their all. Against Newcastle again, another decent crowd against Newcastle.
Yeah. What was the crowd?
Just under 19, was it, I think? Obviously Newcastle bought 3.5.
Over 19, I think.
Was it just over?
19,
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Do people feel the same about Sky? Tom Ross said Sky would kill football for the average working man. Well, they already have done, haven't they? Football's not football like
am I an average working man?
I'd say you're probably below average.
Below average, thank you very much. Much appreciated. But,
I'm glad you got that one, not me.
But it's not killing it for me because I'm still enjoying football. It's your perception of football. If you don't, if you've lost the love for football, I think to apportion the whole blame on Sky is a little bit harsh. I see, they have drastically changed football by putting the money into it, but I don't think you can throw that hole at Sky.
George wants to know if McCarthy's still the manager at Ipswich. Yes, he is.
He is.
He is, yes. Can't stand him.
He's now only one of 4 managers in the Championship.
That
To have
started the
managed,
season.
to have managed a full season with their club. Can you name the other three
good.
without cheating on Facebook?
Brian Johnson wants to know if you can put a blue nose on Mr. Fun picture.
I'll sort something out for next week. Yeah, Photoshop it.
Can Mr. Fun and Mr. Drunk play up front? I probably couldn't play.
I'll give it a go.
Walk.
I'll give it a go.
You couldn't walk into the front.
Right,
Sinclair
Brian
was
Johnson,
away,
would anyone try a front two of the Duke and the Don in the same game? Try and get a goal.
Maybe away at Rotherham and at home to Burton. Maybe. But certainly not Ipswich. I wouldn't go two up front. Certainly not Brighton away. Certainly not Derby or Huddersfield at home. Maybe the Rotherham game where the onus will be on us to go and attack them.
Pete Taylor says if I cancel my Skype, my missus will batter me. What a bloke.
George Ellis, yes. Chris Houghton, Sam Hubert, yes. Carlos Carvajal. So one more.
What's that for?
The managers who have managed a full season.
Right.
So it's
okay.
Houghton, Carvajal, and
Benitez.
McCarthy, and one more, not Benitez.
Yeah.
Benitez didn't start last season.
Didn't he?
Just switched the whole thing off, which isn't very good, really, is it?
No.
So, start all over again.
Yes.
Was the ref watching a different game to the spectators on Saturday? Another shocking performance by an official, said
We do
Robert
get some
Doyle.
dicky officials, don't we? But having said that,
He could have given the
He
goal.
could give the goal.
He could have given the
He could have
offside
given the goal.
goal. I think you're asking.
Could have, yeah.
I think it's pushing it a little bit to have a go at the officials, but
Another bone of contention that's been on Facebook for a while this week has been the fact that the Blues Villa game is not going to be shown on Sky.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
well, it's the Brighton game is much more appealing to the Sky viewer. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, they've got two games. Obviously, the Villa Blues game has got to be on Sunday at 12 o'clock. So they've got two games at that point. Do they put Villa Blues on, which is a mid-table club against a team fighting for relegation? Yes, it's a derby, but that's the option. Or they put on a team that are going for promotion to the Premier League. So they're going to go with that.
Yeah, I know. Steve Kimberley said he just looked at the last 6 games, home and away. From Derby on the 8th, they go HA, HA, HA.
Yeah, well, let's hope we're laughing at the end of the season. Yeah. Sam and Daniel Tallis are right. It is Simon Grayson of Preston.
Well done.
They are the only 4 managers who have lasted a full season with their current club.
And back on the Sky one again, Frank Worthington. Sky are absolutely right not to show the Blues Villa.
Yep.
2 pretty poor teams, only important to Blues and Vile fans. Sky TV is fabulous if you are a football fan. I just wish that they were not allowed to change the side's fixture to a Friday night on a whim.
I can understand Blues fans wanting to watch that.
Of course I do. Listen, there's 2,000.
To Sky, it's meaningless.
There's 2,000 tickets for Blues fans, so there's going to be thousands of Blues fans who are going to go without, who want to see that game.
Well,
but at the end of the day,
can the club do something and put it on the big screen at the club?
I don't know. I don't know the broadcasting rules and regulations about that.
I don't think they could.
Stream it in, couldn't they?
Yeah, we'll all go around Paul's house and watch it. Yeah,
I've got a strange feeling it probably will be streamed by a
But-
lot of mobiles.
Oh, and I'm sure certain pubs in the Midlands area will show it completely legally, possibly.
Allegedly.
But you know, this is what we're dealing with. More people will want to see the Brighton game because they could be a Premier League team next year.
Yeah.
Right, okay. George Ellis can't believe how the season is turning out. Promotion pushers taken over all these promises. Now we're in a dogfight. Mental talk about form.
Yeah,
It has been a bit of a Blues season.
I mean,
hasn't it?
listen, when you really put it down, I mean, if we stay up at the end of the season, we'll be laughing about it, putting it down as a typical Blues season. But really, when you take a long, hard look at it from an outsider's point of view, we have chopped so incredibly dramatically.
Yeah.
in the space of 3 months.
And of course, we drop another place this weekend as well.
Well, listen,
even though
that's the point. We put in a really good performance against Newcastle. Not a really good performance, a solid performance, really good defensive structure, solid, and we get a point against the league leaders. And actually, we're closer to the drop zone than we were on Friday afternoon.
Shane Cusick says it's obvious why Sky aren't showing it. Mr. Hughes, bang on.
Oh, sometimes, obviously,
Is he in your fan club?
I hope so. He is now, anyway. But sometimes you have to take your Blues glasses off, as a Blues fan, and you have to look at it impartially and say, what do people want to see? And they'll want to see a team that could be playing in the Premier League next year.
Yep. And they're only thinking of audiences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Callum Smith just did a predictor thing, and we predictors kept us up by a point. Scary.
Oh, point. Well, 1
And then
point.
Sam says, check the run-ins. Blues are 16-1 to stay up for a reason. Burton are going down. Toughest run-in. It doesn't matter, does it? You've only got to chuck in a performance.
It's not on paper.
You've only got to chuck in a performance, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know. Robert Dawes says, I think they're going to sell the big screen to pay for the free coaches to the game.
I know.
Well, I've heard
Do you know what? That is annoying as well, isn't it? You've got some horrible away games coming up. You've got Ipswich away, which is a horrible journey. And then you've got Brighton away on a Tuesday night, which is another horrible journey. But as a token gesture, they'll throw in free coach travel across the expressway. Come on. Really? Is that the best? Fair play. What would it cost to get the coach to Villa? A tenner? So you've probably saved fans a tenner.
We could walk.
But you've got, exactly, you get the train. Just do, we've got Ipswich away and Brighton away as our next 2 away games, and yet the free coach travel till the end of the season is down the road. It's a bit paltry, isn't it, really?
Well, I have seen somebody write somewhere that they're going to march from St Andrews, all dressed in St George's.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on St George's Day, isn't it?
Oh, right, it's okay.
Yeah. So that would be fun to watch.
But they should. Do you know what? They should do that. They should do that. The fans should do that now. All the 2,000 fans that are going, nobody take that free coach offer up. Nobody. Out of.
That's just being spiteful.
Well, it is. It's cutting off, to spite your face, but do it, because really, what's the point? I don't think there's any issue with policing, because it's Sunday at 12 o'clock.
Well, Paul Gills says his coach is probably on the advice of the police, to be fair.
So if it's on the advice of police, make it one of those bubble fixtures like Cardiff used to be, where you have to get the coach.
Robert Doyle wants to know if we're getting free jabs for that game as well.
Yeah, exactly. Free vaccinations, yeah.
We should march in Grim Reaper costumes.
Yeah.
Dear me. Right, just going to nip back to the Sky debate a minute. Because I've just found a good comment here from Adam Woodash. You say the Brighton game is more appealing on Sky, but I've got 5 sports channels, so there is room for both games.
It's true. They have.
Yeah, but then you'll have people moaning, saying there's too much...
No bowls on.
Too much football, because, you joke about it, but there'll be tennis, there'll be cricket, or whatever else they want on.
Yeah.
And George wants to know if you can get the box sorted and stream it into the box. Our people are talking to their people.
Stream the game, to be honest.
Well, it is, isn't it?
It is, but I'd get in trouble.
Exactly.
Unless it was a private showing.
All come round to Chris's house.
On the buses. Right, going back to Burton. Daniel Tallis. For me, Burton take that third bottom place. Hard to come back from Saturday defeat like that when it happened to Norwich and Arsenal last season.
It will be a killer, that will, to be 3-1 up and then lose 5-3 in that manner. But they've got that small club mentality where they're not expected to stay up, so anything they can get will be a bonus.
Probably bound to get something against us.
Well,
they already have done. Once,
so, exactly. Yeah.
Pete Taylor says, I've heard the Villa season tickets are only available on prescription.
And Adam says, my missus says there's too much football.
Yeah, exactly.
Get divorced there.
Right, Sam. Free coach travel is probably due to help contain the standard trouble you see, just a way to help police control. Bristol fans travelling to Cardiff last season had to travel by coach and never received their tickets to the game unless they had travelled on the coach and
make
picked them
it
up at
that
the service station from the police.
But that's what we used to do at Cardiff as well. That's what I went to Ninian Park twice where it was like that, where you had to go on the official club coach and you stopped off on the M4 services and the police gave you tickets on the M4 services. But this isn't that situation. We're not being asked to make them go on the coach for policing issue. It's Sunday at 12 o'clock. The last season, the cup game last season was a Tuesday night game at Villa, and there was no trouble there. So why there would be a Sunday at 12 o'clock?
Robert Dawes says it'll be a sight to see if all 2,000 ticket holders were to march.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I think that'd be
marching
much
down
better.
to the B6 ground, I'll be able to pick up a TV stand in a second. That's over. You've got to love it, ain't you? It's always in the latter half. The last 15
It's
or
the last
20
15 minutes.
Last
Everyone
15 or
seems to go
15 minutes.
crazy.
Yeah, dear.
Yeah, there's a few big blokes there.
Oh dear! Oh golly! Oh dear! Racists advise that that police can police the coaches and make it safer than fans coming in from all directions and off trains. I do understand that.
I do, but then make it that you have to go on the coach. Then,
Yes.
if that's your concern,
Yeah.
make it that you have to go on the free club coach. Then,
Yeah.
don't just say there's a free club coach available to pop down the road.
So you'd need 40
But,
coaches.
5 minutes down the road, it just sounds pathetic, really. It seems like a token gesture, but.
We've got to the funny 20 minutes, haven't we now?
Yeah.
Come on, Blues, never play too much football.
Never.
Never.
No, you could do football every day of the week.
Steve.
Couldn't you watch football every day of the week, could you?
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live and or on telly?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Eurosport Europe will be showing the game according to Google.
Well, there we go.
There we go. So we can get the game.
We'll have a private.
I thought I read it
we'll have a
somewhere.
private Tilton tour.
Eurosport Europe. Is that a free to view?
I'm not sure, actually.
It is on Chromecast. Yeah, we're on
Oh, there you go.
Modbro.
You'll be able to find it online.
I shan't endorse the application. Modbro.
Right. Yeah, Eurosport Europe, according to Google. Thanks for that one, Paul. There is a Northern Ireland game on Sky, a massive game. Not. I take it that's at the same time as.
Well, it is if you're Northern Irish.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's generic, isn't it? Yeah, everybody gets the same, don't
Exactly.
they? Yeah. Right, who would want to walk through Aston or get a train to Whitton? Horrible place.
Yeah, it isn't very nice, is it?
Robert Doyle says, one small point, you can't fit 2,000 people on the single Blues bus we'll pay for.
Yeah. I don't know how many free coaches they're putting on, but 2,000 fans are going.
Mm.
It's not gonna. I don't think they're gonna pay for everyone.
And Paul Gill, can you put that link up to the Google place where it says it's being shown on Eurosport, please, so that we can share that around and at least people do get a chance of watching that game. Can you get Kenny Burns on? I've tried. Kenny Burns has got more teeth now than he was playing. He certainly has, yeah.
But the thing about it being on Eurosport as well is that it'll probably be on in pubs, won't it?
Yes.
So that's good as well that the pubs will be able to show it.
But is that a good thing in the local area?
You're not going to stop it though, are you?
Probably one bus doing 40 trips.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah.
And he's doing
Allocated
maths as well.
time slots as well. Yeah.
And he's
John
worked it- he's-
Malkinoff, you've now got to put £1 into the kitty. Can you put the link up again for the
Who
Just
did?
Giving? John Malkinoff.
John.
He did? Hang on,
Yes,
I'll-
he's mentioned the name.
I have to put this
so
up
we're
with
raising
that.
money for Birmingham Children's Hospital. If you mention that name or write that name, then it's going to cost you £1 tonight, and we can actually see when you put the £1 in. So do make sure you do, else we'll slate you and roast you.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm just putting the link up now, Chris.
Aaron says we'll be going to the Vile. I am just a bit disappointed that we, one, couldn't get more Blues tickets, two, not shown on Sky, so thousands of Brummies can't watch the game. We can watch the game. It's just been announced that it is going to be shown on Eurosport by the look of it.
Yeah. Andrew
However-
Caves.
However, I do think 2,000 tickets is rather paltry.
It is. It is not very much at all. But we had that last season in the cup, so I wasn't expecting much more.
Can you get Oliver Tebbellion or Peter Shearer?
Didn't they have? They tried to get Tebley for that anniversary thing, didn't they?
Oh, right. Okay.
And Sally Edwards says, my mate works for Ring and Ride. He says they've booked him for 3 trips.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably the case.
Oh, dear.
John
dear,
says
dear.
he's in America. You can have a book, but I think it's only worth £half. We'll take that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'll do.
We'll take your $1.
Yeah, I'll take
We'll
a
take
dollar.
your
Anything
$1 welcome
better.
from America. Leonard's not been on tonight, has he? For
Dollar,
Australia?
crew
No.
bands,
His alarm clock must have gone off. He must have had a power cut somewhere along the lines. Right, okay, at this point I've got to say a very happy birthday today to my son Adam. Happy birthday to you, Big Blue
Birthday.
Nose. Sorry for yesterday, it's his mum's birthday today.
Ah.
So yeah, busy month, March. Busy month. Can you get Kevin Dillon on? That would be good, wouldn't it?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Our people are talking to their people.
Can I just
Yeah,
say we had something like 980 comments, I think last week.
Yeah.
We're on 750, so we're going to
So
in far
we're going
off.
to kind of get round about the same amount there.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done, everybody.
Kev Kelly says, Nick, if you find John for the same, at least read his comments. Oh gosh, I've missed it then. Do beg your pardon.
Can you get the horse on? Says Robert Doyle.
I'll
We
Well,
tried.
I'll see if I can get back to that comment.
That was It's
Yeah,
bad.
there you go. So John's comment was, if we end up going down, which will be considered the worst decision, sacking the previous manager or sticking with Zola all the way down?
Sacking the previous manager. That'll be the worst decision.
That decision was made.
It was?
This decision is ongoing.
Yeah, but the question was which will have been the worst decision,
Okay, yeah.
and that will have been the worst decision
All the way?
all the way.
Right, okay, there you are, John, you got your answer. And thanks for the $1. We'll take any currency, we don't care where you're from. The horse keeps booking. Do you get it?
Benji Smith needs a shout out.
Yeah, can you give Benji Smith? Can you see that one on the
No, I
subject?
can't see that one at the minute. Can you,
Oh,
do
I've
that
lost
one?
it there.
No,
Do you want me to do
you've
it?
lost
I'll
it.
tell you what I'll do.
On the subject of birthdays, wish my missus Annie a happy birthday for tomorrow.
Very happy birthday, Annie.
Happy
Enjoy your
birthday,
day. Have a
Annie.
wonderful day
There
tomorrow.
you go, Benji.
Yeah.
And it's Aaron wants us to wish a happy birthday to Thomas Kujak as well.
Of course, yes.
So
Colin
happy
McGoll's
birthday to
today,
Thomas.
isn't it? Well done.
Is he listening?
He probably will. He'll probably get up on is it SoundCloud, is it?
Mixcloud.
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 Do beg your pardon. Tell us all about Mixcloud, mister, because we had a bit of success on it last week, didn't we?
We did, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, we got to number 7, and I think we're still in the charts now, which is pretty good. The sport charts. Sport charts are the big charts
Yeah.
with the big podcasts in. So West Ham, they're number 1 every week in that one. So
Right.
that's who we want to catch.
But I looked back on the Tilton Talk page, and just a few weeks ago we were peaking around the 35 mark, and every single week it seems to go up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all you lovely people out there, if you could get on and hit the podcast and hit the like. I think you have to hit the like, don't you?
Just
On,
hit the
on-
like, yeah, but it also goes on minutes listened as well. So you can get some shows that have just had 3 or 4.
and just leave it on repeat.
Yeah. Don't even have to listen. Turn the volume down on your phone, but just keep playing it so it appears as though you're listening to it.
Get us number 1. It's not the
Right,
copies.
okay. If we do go down, where would TTA stand? Well, they'd stand to lose some money for a start off.
Well,
Face.
they'd lose face. I think if we did go down there, you would probably find that Panos would be the man to take the hit, unfortunately. But if Zola goes, I think that's probably the end of Panos as well. But
And Leonard is with us. Hi, Tilton. Thanks for the mention. Last
Oh,
night,
okay.
drinking the reason, celebrating still from Saturday. Keep right on. Keep right on to you as well, my friend. And also, just to let you know, Leonard, that we've got some friends over in my hometown from Queensland at the moment. So a family have come back for a 2 or 3 week visit. So there you go.
We're
So
multinational tonight.
Yeah.
we are.
yeah. We'd take Australian dollars as well, by the way.
And whatever currency they have in Warrington, we'll take that as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
What? Sorry.
Whatever currency they use in Warrington.
Yes. Any currencies anywhere.
Yeah, I'll take the lot.
Right, how do you feel about playing wing backs? As have given us nothing forward, despite the Keita's Player of the Month. He has got minimum balls into our opposition box. Liam Ponsonby, thanks.
I think it's more the fact that he wants 3 centre halves,
Definitely,
than the use of the wing backs. But obviously, if we are going to put crosses into the box, apart from the Newcastle game, we've been playing up front with Che Adams on his own. So really, lumping balls into the box isn't really going to have that much impact with Adams in the box, unless it's with real quality. With Jutkovic and Donaldson back in the frame, it might be a case that the wing backs start lumping a few crosses in, and hoping to use Jutkovic and Donaldson that way.
Okay, there you go. And Dennis Bohemia, as with all things, if we went down, the club would have to reduce staff. Would that be the same at the Tilton Talk Show, and who would go?
Well, if you double bubble, really.
I was going to say, I'll probably go from my staff at Blues,
Yeah,
and
there
then
you go, yeah.
I had another couple of people shout Mr. Fun at me on Saturday.
Yes,
At St Andrews.
Somebody in the chat box that they said hello to you.
Yeah.
Nathan, I think his name.
Oh, was it Nathan?
Yeah. He
I
said
just-
you didn't
they-
look very happy.
They just shouted Mr. Fun. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to react to that. my new friend Stardom, I'm not quite sure.
Rob Knight up the Blues, keep the faith, plenty of points to play for. Surely the squad is too strong to go down. Grounds for me to stay left back for the remainder of the season. For me, Keita needs to be left mid.
But we're not playing a left mid.
Okay.
You know, we're playing like 4 central midfielders with wing backs. So I'm not sure where you fit Keita in then, unless it is left wing back.
Brian Johnson wants to get Zada on. It would be a lively show and break all the records and his heart.
I think I might be ill that day.
Daz Hines, Mr. Fun, definitely out for me. Any news on Morrison return? 2 to 3 weeks, we think.
Well, they keep saying every time I check, it's 2 to 3 weeks. So.
And Ray Hobro, you're absolutely right. Listeners from all over the planet on Tilton Talk. There certainly are. Daniel Tallis' problem is we don't get enough bodies in the box. Such a gap from Dukes to Gardner.
There was on Saturday,
but we were playing more defensive though.
But there was against Wolves away. You know, when Adams was at front on his own, there was a big gap there, but we managed to score the 2 chances we did create in that game. So.
Daz Hines, Mr. Fun, please give us a wave. Oh, come on, you've got
what?
There's the camera there. Right,
one of your fans wants you to wave at him.
Oh, that was hard, wasn't it?
George Beasley, do you have an end of season dinner? Can I get 2 tickets?
That's the one I was going to say, yeah.
Brilliant, that one, brilliant.
I think we'll have to get that organised.
We'll have to get a curry house sorted.
Oh, golly. You've got a nice Chinese down here somewhere, haven't you?
There's a lovely one down the road.
Yeah, okay, we'll see if we can book that one then. There should be a song started, and if there's only one Mr. Fun.
Gregory Beasley says Morrison's injury is like the update on the box. It's every 2 to 3 weeks.
People are talking to their people.
Steve says get Paul Devlin in for a chat. Well,
We've had Paul.
We've
He's
Paul in.
a couple of times.
I'm sure he'll come in again. Right, Leonard, you must join the Tilton Talk Super 6 next season. Absolutely. If you're not on the Tilton Talk Super 6, we do run a Super 6, and it's we have a little bit of fun on a Saturday and or a Tuesday. Fun, beautiful word. And obviously there is, of course, the chance for you to win £250,000 if you get them all 6 right and the minute the goal went in. We've got about 40 or so on it.
Yeah,
at the
there's
minute,
a few in there.
Next season we want to do a massive push on it and get everybody that joins in on the shows with us to be part of the Super 6.
Free to enter.
And there is, of course, a trophy at the end of the season as
There
well.
is a trophy. Can I just...
Yes, Mr.
I'll hold it up to the...
Mrs. Brown will
screen
hold the
here.
trophy up. That is the trophy usually presented.
Yeah. Looking like it'll be presented to Ray this season.
Who won it last year but didn't get it?
I think it was
Dave Bishop, was it? Dees or the
brother, I think, yeah.
Was it?
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, cool. Got that wrong. Ah, dear. How do I join your Super 6? You can go to...
Ray, if Ray's still listening, put a link on Ray and the code.
Yeah, because he's got the code as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Robert Dawes laughing says that trophy is huge.
It's massive. It's 2 hands to pick that up.
Oh dear. Leonard Edgerton says I'm on the Blues views and second to Ray. Ooh, he's a good player. Yeah, don't bother joining that.
No. Forget we said
Only
anything.
join if you're not very good at predicting results.
Oh dear me. Oh dear. My keyring is bigger than that. This is Robert Doyle. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I don't know.
It's not the size that
Yeah.
matters. Apparently.
It's the hope that kills you.
It's the hope that kills you.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Almost done again, Mister. No football on then this week, apart from internationals, which everybody seems
Beautiful
to be quite happy
internationals, which I'm really looking forward to.
about. So when's the Lithuania game? Is that Saturday?
If we're playing Wednesday, it's might be Sunday actually. If we're
Sunday.
playing Wednesday,
If anybody knows when that Lithuania game is, let me know. Cause
Saturday
I
or
might
Sunday.
I might watch.
you will watch.
I might
Have to watch.
There we go.
Was that
Thanks
the
so much,
auto
Raymond.
windscreen trophy? Did you nick it from the Blues trophy room?
Hashtag our people are talking to
And
their
David
people.
Martin, thank you. It's on Sunday.
Sunday,
The England,
thank you,
the England
David,
international
yes.
game is on Sunday. Well, a lively old time again. Plenty of comedy. Well done, Chris. You battled through.
Thank you,
Oh no,
Dave.
I'm dying.
Texaco Cup. Yeah, quick question for you then from Leon. A lot of young players coming through. Can you see Cogley being interchangeable with Nsui?
Yeah.
So he can maintain some game time.
I hope so. I think his point at the end is good with the ball at his feet, but isn't a centre back. I would like to see him, rotate with Insue for that right wing back berth. If we're going to play three at the back, then Cogley at right wing back would be a valuable addition. If Insue isn't available, or if we've got 3 games within the space of a week, there's no reason for me why Cogley couldn't play part at right wing back, not as centre back.
Okay.
Pete Taylor, Ray's just put the link up for Super 6, I think, with the code. The code is... Bear with me.
Here we go.
There
It's,
it is again.
Have we got it? Have we got it?
3H, 3W,
5M.
5M. There we go.
Okay, there we have it. All done. Next week, as I say, hopefully we'll be bringing you some good news from the ladies' camp, and a couple of the ladies
Hope so.
come in, and the manager,
Yeah.
hopefully. So we'll leave you to do your business in the week and get that sorted out. Obviously, if we've got the ladies in next week, then nice and clean, please, people.
Yes.
And we wish them all the very best with their up-and-coming game against Arsenal.
Absolutely.
Nothing
yeah.
for us now for a couple of weeks, so what we'll do is we'll leave you to ponder the international scene, shall we say, and
Enjoy the games.
enjoy it. Dean Williams made my Monday night, lads. Keep right on, I keep smiling, Mr. Fun. There you go.
I'll try.
It's you that
Kevin
makes it,
Kelly
people.
wants a live show from the George before the end of the season as well.
It's easily done. I'll get our people to talk to their people.
My sister, if all these people are joining Super 6 at the end of the season and all their points count, I'm planning on finishing second. I'll pay you the money, wench, don't worry.
Yes, Aaron. 3H, 3W, 5M is the code
There we go.
that you have to put in to join the league.
The thing is, Pat, I suppose that they've only guessed on the same games that you've guessed on, so let's hope you do finish second. I might get you a little runners-up trophy if you do.
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe.
Maybe not. Listen, lovelies, take care. Our people are talking to their people, and it's the hope that kills you. Don't forget, keep right on to the end of the road. Enjoy your international break, lovelies, and we'll see you back here next Monday, 7:30 through till 9. Mr. Fun, thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you, pleasure.
Very entertaining, and Mrs. Brown, thank you too. Good night, guys.
Go on.